Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the TechGuy podcast, episode number 36. And this is the new episode, this week's episode basically. Uh, this is the last week's episode. If you have seen the last episode that I uploaded on Friday, that was just an episode that actually we missed 1 week in this month only at the start of this month. So that episode was just a kind of a cover up, and I have talked that why I didn't want to skip that episode. So I didn't want to cover a lot of AI topics that we are doing for the last 3 episodes basically. I dedicated one episode to Sora 2 and its basics and everything. I dedicated another episode to for again Sora 2 and some AI stuff that is happening on the internet. And I again talked a lot of AI in the last week doing live streams on my other channel. If you don't know, just link in the description and check out those live streams that I did. And I was just kind of like so over the AI stuff, and I wanted to cover something different that we actually used to cover. So what I wanted to do is something different than AI, not just AI news, is at least in this episode. And we do have, and even I had so many AI news in front of me, and I had to cover that. I was like, we can cover that in the next week. So in this episode, you will see a lot of other stuff than AI, and I hope you guys get it. And I think you would also be, kind of get bored about talking about the same topic again and again. So in this episode, we are not going to talk about AI that much. We are going to talk about different stuff, and yeah. So we have a couple of some small updates in AI again that we are going to talk about, which will not take too much of a time. And we have new Instagram look that has been launched for last 2 weeks, and a lot of feedback is there. And I have been using that update for last since 2 weeks, and let's talk about that. We have new update and feedback from Instagram teens account that was launched last year, and we even covered on our podcast, and we are covering that topic for again and again because it's one of the most important topics that I feel like we need to cover. And also the thing that also correlates with the ban of social media and how all the other stuff actually correlates to it, that is why it is also an important topics. So that is there. And then in the end, we will be talking about some new YouTube updates for creators, new programs YouTube is doing, like kind of giving second chance that channels got terminated. So we have this kind of topics lined up in this episode. So let's get started. This week's episode number 36 of the TechGuy podcast. We will couple of small updates regarding AI. We will cover that first. So Preplexity has launched Comet for everyone. So Comet is an AI search engine, just like what we talk in the Google I/O event. What Google is trying to do. So Preplexity is that for you, who will do shopping for you, who will do pick up like a lot of other things on the internet that you used to do before. Kind of like an agent for you, which is available for everyone. If you go and give it a try for you. Then we have uh, Claude Sonet 4.5 and 4.5 thinking is available for Pro and Max user. So if you are a Pro and Max user, go check it out in Perplexity. Also, Perplexity Search API is out if any developer is listening to this, or you wanna use it. So that is there. And Grok Imagine version 0.9 basically has been released, and also the video generation model has also been released by Grok, which is obvious because Google has their VO3 and also launched their own Sora 2 model, which got a lot of buzz. So obviously other companies like especially XAI will have to get into this stuff because it's kind of a classic strategy. When Apple releases something, Xiaomi will release one-to-one with it, like what Xiaomi 17 Pro Max is basically right now. It's kind of I will say, not a bad thing. It's kind of like, people and companies get into the role, or, it's like kind of a momentum. When companies launch stuff, other companies see those kind of stuff and just gets ahead and launch it with them only. So basically in the momentum, a lot of companies get attention to it. So I don't know how it is, and I haven't seen that many kind of example. Like I said, video generation are just kind of an, I will say, not of a big deal for me right now. In terms of what other concerns for me, we have always already talked about it right now in the last two episodes. So check those episodes out if you have any kind of, if you want to see my thoughts regarding it and what are the important aspects, you should be also looking out too. But these are some basic news that I want to get ahead of before only getting into main stuff. So another thing, if you see any kind of big booms or like sounds in the background, it's just firecrackers. It's Diwali going on here in India. So I will be stopping, like I will be edit that out, or I will uh, see hope not overlap with my what I'm recording basically, and I will just stop it before uh, when that sound is happening. I will re-record it, but sometimes I'm just in a flow, and if you get sound of those, just be uh just be patient. Sorry for that, I will say, because I don't think I can do, I don't have a soundproof, and even if I had soundproof, I don't think that will help in this situation. Right now I am. So yeah, that was kind of an like PS, like small message for you guys. So let's get into main stuff right now. Let's talk about the Instagram's new look and basically functionality, or like how you navigate all Instagram is just been changed for the last 2 weeks. And if you haven't got any kind of an updates, you will get eventually in the future. And if you want to get that update, but if you have gotten that update and don't want to use it, there is an option to opt out from that update, so you can use the regular one you have been using for uh like that. If you are similar, if you don't want to get that new update, so that's there. But there was some basic stuff. If you wanna just opt out of the new update, and if you want the new update, you can go check it out. Just update the Instagram app, or just get the new, or like go in the settings and you will get there too. But so the new navigation system is according to the Adam Misery, who is the head of Instagram. If you didn't know, Adam Misery, according to him, the new Instagram UI basically is designed according to the users. So basically, what he's saying, that majority of the Instagram users for now are DM and Reels. Those are the major two features are being used by majority of the people all around the world, and more than 4 billion people are on Instagram right now, according to this month's when they announced it. It's quite a large amount of some people that are using Instagram right now, which is not big of a deal, like in the sense, like obviously it is not surprising, I will say. It's not kind of surprising for me that Instagram is the largest social media platform for now. But so as Adam Missouri says in his post, I will link down that post too in the description too. To that threads post, he posted that on threads. So that Reels and DMs are the most two features that people use it. You know, so they what they did basically right now is, you can see the new Instagram UI is kind of a tab features. What our PC has, or laptops, or has kind of a tab feature basically. And it was before that too, but it is kind of an swiping through those tabs. So if you don't know that how it works, or if you don't know how it is actually uh, kind of an looks and kind of an works, is basically what is now, it's basically that below tab there is some rearrangement done by the Instagram. So basically now at home page, besides, there is now Reels, then there is DMs, then there is Explore page, and then there is, I will say, the profile page. That this is the rearrangement in the bottom tab. The new that the Instagram text is shifted from left hand side to now the middle, and overall look of the Instagram, I will say, definitely with those tabs below, and with the and even with the new icon designs, is quite really well. I personally really liked it. It kind of and gives satisfied feeling to just open that app right now. It has changed a lot over the years, so yeah. But this is kind of some rearrangement you are seeing. And now if you want to switch between those tabs, you just have to hold a tab and just swipe it to the right and left according to in whatever tabs you wherever you want to go, basically. So that's how the tab system works. And this is kind of a whole new design that is working, Instagram is working on. Then also there is another design that Instagram is again working on, which is only available in the Indian region. That right now majority like we are using here right now in India, that they are testing is the Reels one. So basically, whenever you go on a home page and swiping up to get into, basically what they're trying to do is now they are seeing the data that people are watching more and more reels, and what they are trying to do there now is basically to create an easiest possible way to get you into the reels. I don't know if that feature will be available to all users. As Adam says, it is only available in India for now, and as a response they will get from the people here, they will try to adjust that depending upon, and rolled out or deny that feature depending how the response is actually. So this is basically the new Instagram UI, the interface design basically. And again, in terms of, I will say, my opinion, uh, I am kind of an, I have already said this, and I even replied to Adam Missouri. Obviously he will not reply to me because who am I, like, obviously not a lot of people know me right now for what kind of work I do even now. But again, I even replied at a Missouri and what I actually want from Instagram actually, and what I actually want is basically, as I am a long-term Instagram user. I've been using Instagram for like past 7 years, even before the pandemic. And the part and the problem I'm seeing this here right now is Instagram, like I said, in once it introduced the, I will say, the reels on Instagram, it has shifted a lot, you know and it's quite obvious that any company will be doing that, not just that Instagram is doing that. Like, all the other major social media platforms has shifted and has kind of an inbuilt TikTok formula that I have always talked about, how TikTok formula rules. And all the social media platforms has incorporated a form of TikTok. Like Instagram has Reels, YouTube has Shorts, kind of, and I will say even Blue Sky has now kind of videos, short videos. Twitter also introduced shorts, kind of in video feed. So it is kind of an, I will say, a big kind of an deal for a lot of people, or even companies. Like, people are using more reels than any other platform. So when Instagram shifted towards that, and what it actually started as a photo based platform for majorly, is what I actually want. I don't want Instagram to lose focus from its major core value, that is photos, which it actually started from it. And I want photos to be back again. Majority of the time I spend on Instagram is not watching reels, is seeing photos that what people have posted, and the thing is, Instagram has shifted, and that's the reality. And they're even openly admitting that they only two feature that majorly people use as an audience on Instagram is the new, that is the reels features, and reels and DM. So it is kind of an, I will say, a large amount of some people don't want. like don't seems to interact with photos that much, which what actually Instagram started on, which is kind of an, I will say, sad for the people who actually want to just see photos. And one thing I actually like, what I commented on Adam Misery post, replied to him, was basically what we can do on Instagram to people who just want to see photos. Like if, like, you have an extension on browser, where you can opt out of the certain things on YouTube where you don't want to do. So there is an extension that I use on my YouTube web, whenever I browse YouTube on my PC, where I have on my default a lot of things I have hidden with the help of that extension. Like I have hidden some, I will say, the shorts feed. Most probably I don't use shorts feed on my laptop. I don't even use the I will say the like feed, or even sometimes comments feed. I just hide it depending upon the time. And even live stream sometimes, because it bugs out a lot sometimes. I don't want to get distracted by live streams, chat on beside that's there. And a lot of other stuff, like I don't want to see channels descriptions. There are a lot of uh, functionality to that extension. And what I want is same for, I will say, for my mobile apps too, where I love Instagram. I love to use it. I like I said, the photos. DM feature I use it to a lot by sharing photos, most probably reels only, with my friends. So that's there. But I think majorly what I want from Instagram, well, as it not just as a creator, but also as a user who wants to actually use the Instagram, is the photos, which they are definitely not focusing on. And I don't see a time and space that they will do it. And that's just sad and for me and people who actually like photos on Instagram. And I said, and like I said, the new Instagram look totally focuses also on just reels and just DMs, which they admitted to that too. So I don't think we will get enough, I will say, when it comes to Instagram. Mm, what I was talking. So I think it's just about time that companies or even any other new company will come and start a new social media platform just for photos and people who are interested in photos. And people who are like me, who just want Instagram to do photos, who will just hop on that app. And like I said, when a platform loses its own identity upon where and why it started, the thing is it evolves something into good, but it has to sacrifice the people who started and who got upon the app because of photos, like me. And that is what I like about other social media platforms. That is what I will say, YouTube. What I personally like is essentially the framework or the core of YouTube is basically to have you guys to have watch videos that can be vertical videos, that can be basically horizontal long form, about, yeah, hours of footage you can if you want to upload, or even short form content, type of content you want to upload. YouTube essential is just for video, and other parts like comment section or even communities post are just kind of an complementary towards interacting more on the platform. So I feel like YouTube is doing well. Even I will say Threads for now, or even Blue Sky, or even I will say Twitter or like X is doing well, because the major use of X, which is when I go on X on front, that X doesn't X basically as a platform doesn't try to show in front of me just, I will say, the reels or the short form content in front of me, or the video content. And the algorithm is quite good, according to what is happening for like 2 months on X2, on or and on Threads too for me, and on Blue Sky too. The videos doesn't show up in front of too much. That does not happen on Instagram. I'm trying to just to let algorithm understand that I don't want to watch it, but I don't know unless and until they give us a toggle button to just turn off all the reels. I will be doing that, yeah, at least in the home feed, my home feed, that I just want to watch photos. And then if I want to watch reels, then you can give us separate, like if they can give us a separate tab for photos and reels, that would be really good. So yeah, that are my thoughts regarding new Instagram UI. Let me know your thoughts regarding the new Instagram UI and your opinions and your, like, what new Instagram can do, because rather than stealing other features from Snapchat that we talked in the last episode, that the map feature. So let's see what happens, but that is there for the new Instagram UI. I think we will take a break here, and after a break we will be back again talking about Instagram Teens account. We have got a lot of feedback regarding it. New polls has been done by Meta and the other company. So let's talk about that after a break. Back, and now we will be talking about the new, not new, but the Instagram Teens account. Some new X has been gotten back from some polls has been done regarding that. There is some kind of updates that we will definitely will be talking right now. So I will do a quite a recap if anyone new is watching this and don't know what actually Instagram Teens account is, and what actually is Instagram Teens account, and what has happened up until this point. So Instagram Teens account specifically for teens from 13 to 16. So under 16, everyone who has Instagram there, and they have mentioned their age under 16, their account automatically will be into Instagram Teens account, which means the accounts will be get private, and their parents, if they can kind of, and I will have control over kind of and some safety stuff that they talked about. So they released that in last year, but not globally. Right now, Instagram Teens account is available for globally all around the world. So as a parent, if you are a parent watching this, and or even I will say, if you want to get informed and want to tell people who has social media and teens, even parents, tell them that Instagram Teens is available to all of them. You can just add your child in your within from your account, from going from settings. You go into setting and just search Instagram Teens account, and you will get one. So that's there. And the reason to happen Instagram Teens account now rather than before is because of, I will say, the pressure from the governments all around the world, from European Union to, I will say, last year Congress hearing done by the all companies, especially the famous, I think, say the Zuckerberg saying sorry to all those parents whose kids has been harassed and bullied or cyberbullied on the uh, platform on Facebook and Instagram both. And also a really harsh ban on social media and harsh moves done by Australian government, basically, which again we have covered all on this channel uh, throughout the last year. Which, and I have also said about it, how that rush that decision is, and if the government of Australia thinks that this is going to solve it, then it is definitely not. Definitely it will not solve that problem what they're trying to solve, just harshly banning it. And Instagram from that point started working really hard, according to at least what I have seen. And that's when they introduced Instagram Teens account. This new research is done by the company named IPSOS with Meta, basically. And this research and polls has been done in this year in the month of Feb and March, and one in August in Indonesia by them. with the help of Meta. Okay, so that's there. The whole I will say the the whole research, the number of people in the 2005 feedback basically they have gotten in this post, which is again not much more, but it's a start to something to get at least to know if these features that has been provided by Instagram is actually working or not. So 2500 entries for you guys. I will link down that both of the research paper done by them in the description. You can go and download it in a PDF uh, done by IPSOS. Okay, so that's there according to the research. But now let's get into actually the what research actually is. So according to the research, the features are quite helpful for uh, parents, and one of the interesting things is majority of the parents didn't know that Instagram Teens account exists first of all, and the thing is, I think not a lot of people do also knows for now, which is quite not, I will say, big of a deal because it's just launched last year and they are trying to make it kind of an, I will say, a slow, it's kind of an like any other software, kind of like any other company doing slowly progress, and now they have done a lot, I will say, definitely. So according to the research, these companies like this new Instagram teens account feature is definitely helping parents kind of getting relief from bullying, cyberbullying, what happens on the internet. So that's there. And also I will say this research, if you go and read it, it is just couple of what 2 to 3 pages of research, which is not, I will say, a big. And there, when it comes to polls and feedbacks, it is not in detail. It is kind of an yes and no, and yes and it's okay, like better, good and bad. These are the only three options as a parent, as a person who is giving this feedback. And does not give us in depth and how it is helping parents and how it is helping people actually out there, which is again, I will say, the reason it is because of the unknown of how this feature is right now, and also the fact that not everyone definitely wants to get on board with it as fast as they want, you know. So that's there. But Instagram and the polls don't help too much, I will say, here when it comes to giving us any kind of new stuff, but at least it's something that we can talk about, and we have something to at least know how it is helping or not. But apart from that, giving parents access to Instagram teens account all over the world, Instagram is adding now another new kind of an, I will say, in feature right now. In that is Instagram has added school partnership program. Basically schools can now have Instagram account, and basically, let's say a school, basically if you are going to school and the school has an Instagram account, what they can do is basically get into this program and they will get a badge, and they will get listed with Instagram. So whenever there is some kind of, at least the what the features they have is what the features that Instagram has given to them is basically reporting individually from that school. So basically they get prioritized reporting. Basically within 48 hours they might get response from Instagram according to what Instagram has posted, and that is the major feature here. And also the badge, they will give schools that this school is affiliate with Instagram school partner program, which is again good. The basic stuff is reporting and getting replied within 48 hours, which just it is kind of an I will say a kind of a relief to both schools and parents and whoever has complaints again what is happening on the social media and on the internet, to have a safe space for uh, children on in school. So that's there. But uh, definitely um, definitely a lot of again responses and a lot of again tools needed to be added here, I will definitely say. I hope we also get a feature there in school partner program where school can add accounts of as much as they can get transparency with the help with kids in the schools, so they can whenever the bad situations occur, they can have something in their hand to work on actually, so these are just tools. And I definitely think that when it comes to this feature, I like there are a lot of layers and a lot of stuff that can go, I will say, misuse of the features, reporting on the stuff, uh, or a lot of things, fake reporting, and a lot of things can happen. But it's just tools, and you just have to keep it, get to give it to go, make it better and better, rather than I will say have it in a or not working on it, rather than not working on these tools. I think giving tools and making it better and better is the best option that has ordered. Now the school that Instagram partnered with and the response we have gotten is has made a kind of an and in that video, that school principal has talked about how reporting has helped, and they can like I said, the reporting is a major feature here for schools, so they at least have some kind of a like major lead to something that can happen to solve these problems. Because 99% of the time, I will say, when something kind of an happens in terms of online, it is being shut down by both parents and school, and the kid is just been neglected, whatever that kid has gone through, and at least now with these new tools, at least they can address this kind of stuff. So I think I like these new features that Instagram is providing. And and I feel like we need more tools in future, definitely. And one thing I do like I said again, I don't know how it will be helping as making a good case for having social media again for teens. That is a whole another topic we can talk about later in future, when it actually gets banned in, at least in Australia. But I think Instagram is definitely I will say kind of giving a lot of marketing when it comes to, I will say, not ban social media at all, and giving kind of like, obviously it is for them kind of a big revenue model for, because younger age people definitely are the big amount of users. Not that lot of people age group we don't use. My mom uses Instagram now, so it's not that social media is being used by specific age group, which was before actually. But now a lot of age group use, but the majority of the age group and number of users, you will say, is from the younger group that I am right now. So that's how it is for now. But it is making a good case, but to use it social media or not, it's totally up to you. It's up to your parents to give you a phone, and it's totally up to that kid who, if that kid want to actually use it or not. But giving tools, having precaution always helps. And like I said, the feedback is so low that I don't think I can get any much. Like, the reason my eyes got caught is because I just remember what happened with Instagram teens account. It's been 1 year, and I just saw Meta posted about it, and I was like, let's talk about it. Like, we have gotten actual feedback from parents, from schools, which is actually good. So this new partner program they have started, which is again like really well good steps regarding, because there are a lot of layers to it when it comes to uh, having a secure environment, especially online. Like, and I have always said that when it comes to social media, or when it comes to any other thing when you forcefully taken away from the kids, and not just kids, like from anyone, people who don't give valid arguments regarding social media, which is kind of an, I will say, sometimes don't doesn't have, but there is no denying that it is definitely harming children, especially younger, who has kind of an, I will say, or not mature enough. Like it is definitely affecting people who are in 20s 30s, like all the age group, but people who are not mature, especially kids, will affect more on them basically. That's it. And the uses, the topic about if you want social media, and if you want to let your kids, you want to use it or not, is totally up to the kid, and how you communicate with your kids, and make that kid safe, feel safe online or not, both ways. And there are a lot of other problems too, but the best way, I will say, the even if there are these tools, or might get a lot of tools and features in future, best way to, I will say, have online safety is having good communication with real life people. You know what I mean by that is, let's say if you have a friend, as a kid, like if you have a friend, as a teenager, if you have a friend, you have good communication with that friend, or any of the person you have, with teacher, with friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, if you have, or even with your parents, just have a good communication. So whenever something, a problem occurs, especially when it comes to cyberbullying online, at least you can have a one-to-one talk with that person, apart, like whoever it is, and can solve it definitely. And it feels a relief, a lot of, I will say, when you have someone to talk to rather than being alone, which happens really a lot, I feel like. And the thing is, I don't have any kind of experience. I can just give experience but for my past 7 to 8 years, which is again, since in high school. When I was in high school, uh, Instagram was around that time, but I did not have any kind of even internet access. Not that we want like hybrid, we didn't had it, is because at that period of time where I used to live specifically, I will say, I like, even my friend circle, we didn't know much about social, like internet, and we didn't like have social media or even smartphones till the end, like after high school. I got my first phone, so like I don't know majority of the time how it feels, but I can definitely say for the last 7 years since university using it, since college was using it in, I can definitely say the best way to have kind of a safety regarding it is to communicate with everyone. Like if there is something kind of, an like, let's say, happening, someone is bullying, someone is blackmailing, that is happens so regularly in, like, there are levels in blackmailing too, but does it to you, having a simple conversation to with anyone you prefer will help you a lot in the long term journey on have a safe space online. So that is the major thing I will definitely say. And one thing always do is, uh, that is definitely a major thing I will say will help you in a long term, not just in social media space, I will say, but in real life too, in whatever of the major problems that you can get. And if you have any kind of problems going through now as a teenager, in school, high school, even university, or even as an adult, whoever it is, like, comment on your thoughts, like what are you actually going through. One, like, I think the adolescent series does a well job. And I will say it is kind of an, like, people get it sometimes wrong when it comes to that series, is that like it definitely fear among people where in terms of forcing kids to not use social media, which is again not what actually the person, like the Stefan, I hope I'm pronouncing the director's name right, the writer Stephen. Like I think the when you see that series and see the whole perspective of what they're trying to say is basically we have newer problems now, and to deal with newer problems we do need newer solutions and newer approaches. Just because you were parenting what it was day and age 20 years ago, your parents had, and what your parents think this new parenting is, does not uh, mean that in this new day and age with the new layer of social media online platforms, which there are, like I said again in the last, whenever I talked about this topic, is kind of an give a sense of community, but that community can be harmful, and that community and the people might mislead still to this day, and the amount of scams, not just on social media for kids but for adults, like still to this day I have seen so many adults get scammed by by fake caller. Like India is notorious for that, getting fake scam. So many scammers are there here in India, and so you can find so many videos done by Mark Huber, a lot of others. I will say creators have done it, and does still to this day. So I think one of the major things is that it's not like the only kids are going through this, but the thing is, what I will tell you guys, when it comes to online community, there is always kind of an, I will say, barrier. Always have safe talk and safe space to yourself, rather than going into anything, especially online, which is again, like I always said, you can just delete. You have always that option, which helps a lot, going through that. But if you're going through something similar, in, like I said before, comment down. I definitely would like to hear your stories, your life, what is actually going on now, real problems. Like I can definitely see a lot of problems, but the thing is, to get to do a solution, I can definitely do a whole episode regarding certain, let's say if you're going to some kind of problems, and I can give you an average answer towards that in this uh, podcast. We can make a special, or I can do a live stream on my main channel where I can talk about it. So a lot of stuff we can do there. So comment on your thoughts, like that's the major thing about this podcast and this community. What I'm trying to do is feedback. Feedback loop is always important with your audience. And if you are watching this or listening from Spotify or any other platform, comment down or come to YouTube, comment down your thoughts in this video regarding this Instagram new teens, and is it helping you as a parent, or as a kid, or even as whoever you are, whatever age group. What are the problems you are actually facing? I think it's important to discuss, as future, as like AI and a lot of other things, that what happens with when we talk about bigger problems, like stuff like AI, jobs, and we always tend to forget, like there are also sense of community, also sense of problems that are happening day to day life, which a lot of people can just ignore it, because like for me, I never had that kind of problem, when I started using social media, because I think I was just lucky at the start of it, and then I got educated with it after a while, and I never had to look back and think about if someone is messaging me, bullying me, sometimes on the internet. I was just like not afraid of it first of all, and I used the features and tools I had, like reporting, blocking, a lot of stuff. So like I said, I like not everyone is lucky as me when it comes to social media. They're not educated, and for me, I'm like, you can see I don't look it when it comes to on internet as an absolute kind of the thing, that way people look it at. But I think I hope it is recording well, at least the audio, because I can see sense here the amount of lag happening in this video is insane. So yeah. mm, so So I think that is it for Instagram. I will say teens account and the school partner program. If you are in US right now, the school partner program is available for all US schools. So if you are watching this, do let know your school that this is what is it is. You can join the wait list. I will link down also the wait list, and if you want to add your school, uh, get to the school stuff, and you can definitely get into it. So yeah, I think we will take a break here, and after a break I think we will talk about YouTube new features and new program that giving a second chance to terminated channels. So we will be right back after a while. Let's talk about the new YouTube partner program. Basically, not partner program, the new program for channels who has gotten terminated and YouTube is giving them a second chance for these channels. So now, couple of things that is from YouTube basically that they have said according like for this new program they are launching is if you have deleted your channel and if you have deleted your Google account specifically, you will definitely not get a request to or reconsider, and which is obviously if you have deleted your channel, uh, you will not get request. But if you all even if your channel has gotten terminated, you will definitely get I will say you will definitely get a request from YouTube for reviving your channel. So now there is kind of an I will say a trick to like not just trick, but it is like kind of an I didn't like it the way YouTube is going through it because see, like I said, the first one is obvious, which is not a big deal if you have deleted your channel or account, Google account, which is obvious you will not get your channel back, but the other stuff they have said is doesn't make sense. They have said channels who has gotten copyright strike infringement, like the three strike system that YouTube has. If channel has gotten that, or they have violated YouTube rules, the channel will be not back. And the major problem for me is that both copyright strike and YouTube guidelines, because what is happening right now, especially in India here with creators, a lot of creators is that there has been using like creators are getting copyright strike because of the false copyright strike and the misuse of the system basically. you know is like people, the system is being like kind of an I will say loop, and they have found out in it the specifically companies, which is not a big like companies, and even some creators are doing it like I'm seeing, making strikes on channels, especially commentary channels, movie review channels that are happening, even political channels who covers political news too, which is kind of an I will say you misuse of that uh, feature. And I don't think YouTube is paying too much attention in that in case that, but which is kind of an I will say scary situation for that creator, especially if that creator is whole livelihood. Obviously every creator's whole livelihood depends upon that channel, but every creator, especially if my channel get deleted now, I will be really sad, because not just that I have an audience, but I have kind of an I will say big, not does not have a big kind of an audience that will go shift towards. Like I said, I have just started on my channel is small, and my channel is please work just for the next 5 minutes. My channel is small, and there are again channels whose monthly livelihood and daily livelihood, because YouTube has obviously partner program which helps creator makes money, and that is why we also in creator space talks a lot about diversification of your audience, and not just on YouTube but on other platform like social media platform. Even though they don't pay you, at least you have audience there and you can give them updates regarding what is happening. And strike is a big deal, and misuse of that is again a big. The second problem I had is violating YouTube guidelines. The problem for me, the YouTube guidelines, is a lot of channels get falsely, I will say, a lot of channels falsely get reported and blocked by YouTube guidelines, which is done by a robot, whoever it is, not done by person, and which is kind of an, I will say, not useful for a lot of creators. That YouTube guidelines, whatever they have introduced, you know for me it has not happened, but I see a lot of channels whose videos get flagged as for kids only, whose videos get flagged for inappropriate, and they get yellow dollars on their, I will say, on that specific video, which is not good. Not understanding what the channel is actually, because YouTube doesn't have good review system, but a lot of problems has there. So, and the worst part about this program that they are doing right now is they don't have is that your old channel will not be getting back. You will be getting a new channel from YouTube. So I was like, if you are not getting your old channels, and you can't upload, like they said you can upload your videos, all videos too, but they said if those videos violate YouTube guidelines, then we will strike you. Then you can't upload it. Then where's the solution here? To the YouTube, where's the solution about? Oh, where's the solution here, YouTube? Where's the solution about actually helping those channels, bringing those channels back to life if channels got terminated? If you are being so restrictive according when it comes to this program, then I don't know how many channels will get reinstated, according to this new program. But let's see how it will help. Like I said, there are a lot of problems in this program. But again, I don't know. I will see feedback from the creators. If you want to know, I will cover it in my main channel. I will say live streams, and also here in pod if you want to. Okay, in future. But other stuff like YouTube new features, like I will say the title thumbnail testing. Basically, before YouTube launched last year, title thumbnail AI A/B testing basically, and now you have title. No, sorry, thumbnail testing they launched last year, and now they also launched title A/B testing too. So basically, you can attach title with a specific thumbnail, and you have multiple titles and multiple thumbnails too, which is good. Which still I haven't gotten it from YouTube. Again, I don't know why, but yeah. Then YouTube has released auto dubbing for all channel, which is also available for mine. So you can watch my, if you can go to my shorts channel, shorts in the same in this channel, you can go and watch my shorts in other languages too, which is okay-ish, I will say, because it is still in really really early stage. I think next couple of versions will make it easy to watch for people in that specific language if they want to. And apart from that, I will say YouTube has also called collaborations. Couple of, I think 1 month has been passed since that feature has been announced publicly. Basically, it rolled out in a, I can selected creators. The first creator to use it was Mr. Beast and Mark Rober. Team Water, on that fundraiser, they used it, that collaboration feature, which is quite good. A lot of creators are testing it. I have not tested it again. I have gotten the collaboration feature though. So the new collaboration feature, I have not used it. Why, I will say, collaboration feature I haven't used it while for, I will say that, and let's see. I haven't used this new. I haven't used this new collaboration feature, but it is good. You can add. I don't know how many creators you can add into that collaboration feature, but maximum I have seen four to five four at least creators and companies. So basically, I think specifically, I feel like music creators too can use it rather than using the featured uh, in the title. They can just add that channel, so it can be a good way to reach all the audiences if they are collaborating. I have seen, right, like the recent video done by a song written by the Eddie Sheeran, that is he has uploaded. He has added 4 collaborations with it. So I like that for creators too. But I do want to have a lot of changes in terms of collaborations too. Like I do want to, I will say, I do want to have where, because if I am collaborating with someone, let's say I add MKBHD, I hope in future, then that video will not be posted on MKBHD channel. It will be just gone to the MKBHD audience and my audience, but the video will be remain on my channel. The revenue will not be getting to the MKBHD, basically Marcus. The video monetization will be only be getting to me only, which is kind of an, I will say, should be, they should also add a split revenue, which I think YouTube is definitely working on, and in future they will also add split revenue. They will also adding, if you want to add both of this video on both of this, like whoever you have collaborated with, those channels too. So I hope YouTube adds those features, you know then yeah, I think those are some new features. So yeah, these are some new features and new updates from YouTube for now, I will say. But apart from that, couple of new big drops from YouTube in terms of like facts they have done, like the news they have dropped is basically more than 3 million subscribers. So sorry, more than 3 million channels are now part of YouTube paid, like, partnership program, which pays creators basically. And they have paid more than, YouTube has paid more than $100 billion to creators, artists, and media companies up until now, which is a big deal, like, and that is what I like about YouTube, because it is core feature is again videos, and in that videos you can experiment a lot, from shorts, from live streams, from, I will say, podcasts doing this, and even videos, and even shows, series are available on YouTube. A lot of animes are available, a lot of shows are available on YouTube. So I think a lot of, that's why I like about YouTube and the partnership program where they pay creators specifically, which is kind of a big deal for not just me who can just start from scratch and improve upon and can get into partnership program, get paid from people. Essentially, people are giving me this money, even if they are not, let's say, like, there are obviously other features like join membership button, they can get you YouTube Premium. But also, even that person who doesn't have YouTube Premium, I don't have YouTube Premium, just you guys watching it, liking it, subscribing it is kind like just watching it, and that specific ads you watch, a big deal for me. I get 45% of it, I will say. And that is what I like about YouTube as a creator doing here. And I hope YouTube always stays creators first, and I hope it they know it well, definitely. So yeah, so I think that is it for this week's episode of the TechGuy podcast. So the camera is not going well. So I think, yeah, that is it for this week's episode of the TechGuy podcast. I will say episode number 36. There, like I said, I did not want to cover any kind of AI news, so I did cover a lot of Instagram and YouTube partner program, and we will be talking about a lot about AI. Obviously, I have a special section for AI news every week, which will be back next week again. And I will definitely say, give your thoughts regarding what you think about Instagram, what we talked specifically about topics. The major thing is what you want me to cover. Link down, comment down in this description, comment box below, and I will see you guys next week. And also, like, if you actually like this episodes, and subscribe if you want to see this kind of stuff more. We cover a lot, I cover a lot of stuff happening in the AI, sorry, not AI, tech industry basically. So yeah, that is it for this week's episode of the Tech Guy podcast. I will see you guys in the next week episode. Hopefully I upload it on time, or that is on Friday. So yeah, this is it for this week's episode. See ya. Bye.